Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich will bring an NIS 3 billion extra budgetary box aimed at covering expenses of the war for government approval Sunday. An extra budgetary box is a tool that enables Israel's government to spend money outside of the budget without finding funding sources. The law prohibits the government from overspending the budget once it is set. The box gives the government a tool to get around this and increase its expenses. The NIS 3 billion box is mainly for funding for extended housing grants for evacuees from the north and other grants for this population. Some NIS 7 billion of the funding is for this. The box also includes NIS 200 million for reservists, repaying flat cuts to ministry budgets, and more. This funding is necessary due to the war continuing for much longer than expected, the ministry said, adding that the expectation was the evacuees from the north would not need funding for as long as they have. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich attends a finance committee meeting at the Knesset on June 10, 2024. The minister's office said that this spending will not increase the deficit expected for 2024 because of increased income from taxes. The decision to bring the box for government approval follows a public conflict between Smotrich and Yogev Gradus, the head of the Finance Ministry's budget department, who has urged Smotrich not to breach the 2024 budget. Smotrich's letter on Tuesday, Smotrich told Gradus in a letter that if he did not agree with his policy, he was welcome to resign. The letter came as a response to a letter from Gradus earlier on Tuesday, reportedly urging Smotrich not to overspend the 2024 budget while making necessary adaptations to the upcoming 2025 budget. Smotrich said Sunday that the box is not only a policy option, it is a necessity and fulfills the obligation of the country to its citizens. Stay updated with the latest news. We are behaving in a financially responsible way and will continue to do so and make sure that all Israeli citizens get the maximum economic and security support until victory, he said. The dispute with Gradus and decision to advance the box occurred as Israel's economic leadership has faced criticism for its response to the economic impacts of the war. Smotrich has been widely criticized for apparently failing to advance talks on the 2025 budget and the passing of measures intended to handle the economic fallout of the Israel-Hamas war, such as a 1% VAT increase. Earlier this month, Big Three ratings company Fitch Ratings dropped Israel's credit rating and maintained its negative outlook, citing the government's apparent inability to pass necessary economic measures as part of the considerations behind the ratings drop. There was also widespread criticism of the priorities displayed in a March update to the 2024 budget, which was meant to handle the costs of the war. Coalition funds were only partially cut in this update, and ministries, seen as unnecessary coalition ministries, were not closed in order to fund war costs. The head of the budget department is among a small group of senior officials in central government offices who are trying with all their might to manage the civil service responsibly and wisely during this difficult time, said former Institute for National Security Studies, INSS, head and economics professor, Manuel Tregenberg, commenting on Smotrich's offer that Gradus resign. Ben-Gurion University of the Negev's Professor Emeritus Moshe Jesman emphasized that it is Gradus' responsibility to help enact Smotrich's policy, giving context to Smotrich's harsh letter. The responsibility for the function of the finance ministry is laid on the shoulders of the finance minister and the government, and the role of the professional echelon is to advise on creating police and help enact the chosen policy, he said. Ben-Gurion University, Senior Lecturer Dr. David Lexil warned against irresponsible handling of the budget, saying that there is sweeping agreement amongst economists that a responsible budget is needed to handle the costs of the war. A policy that calls for opening the 2024 budget again and again, or engineering a two-year budget for the next 2 years, will hurt Israel's economy, he said. There is real danger for a quick deterioration of Israel's economy and an additional drop of the credit rating. He emphasized the need for responsible, professional work to reduce the risk to Israel's economy, saying that the work of the Bank of Israel governor, graders, and other senior finance ministry officials has been professional and responsible. Iliev Brewer contributed to this report. This is an article from the Jerusalem Post at August 25, 2024. Please check the link at the description. Pictures gotten from internet and may not correlate with the audio. If you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you for listening it.